Jazakallah khair for the class and the series. I have a question. When praying witter and you make the kunut, if you forget to make ruku' after kunut and go to sujood, what do you do then? Sujood al-sahw, or you repeat the witter?
Again, ya Bilal, what did you say?
So one night I was praying witter.
Okay.
And I made the kunut after Surah Al-Ikhlas.
Okay.
And I forgot to make ruku' after the kunut. So I went straight to sujood.
Forgot the ruku' itself?
No.
And then when did you remember?
I went down to sujood.
And then?
I got up and I prayed. After the sajda, I made sujood al-sahw, and then I repeated the witter.
When did you remember, Bilal? When did you remember exactly that you forgot the ruku'?
When I was going down into sujood.
So if you went down to sujood and then you remember you did not ruku', you get up and you make ruku'. That's it.
Okay.
Do you understand me? So if you just remembered, you get up and you make ruku' and then you make two sajda sahw.
Okay.
But you don't make sujood sahw and then you repeat the whole prayer. So what is the point of repeating? What is the point of going forward when you have left a pillar, which is the ruku'?
But I thought the sajda was another pillar, so I'm already in sajda when I remember that.
No, you have to return to the pillar. It's pillar and the pillar. Pillars here. You have to count, because that pillar that you're doing sajda is not allowed. It is cancelled, invalid, because that pillar sujood comes after ruku'. You cannot make sujood before ruku'. So that sujood is a pillar, but is depending upon a pillar before it.
Okay.
Do you understand that? But if you remembered after you finished, let's say that you made salutation, then you remember, then you do the whole rak'ah.
Okay.
From the beginning, the whole rak'ah. But
now,
you finished the rak'ah which is invalid, and you made sujood sahw to compensate something which is invalid, and that all of it nothing. Then you made the whole witter again, yes?
No.
Well, that's the one which counts. The other one doesn't count.
Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah.
We go to Yusuf from Brixton, please.
Assalamu alaikum. It's about salah.
You know, you're speaking, so I don't know. You are like.
Am I really close?
It's not too close. It's just like it's not open. Something like it's blocking this microphone of yours.
I'm using a tablet, so I don't know where the speaking is. Is it better?
Go ahead. Inshallah, I'll make up something around your question. It's like you are something's blocking your microphone, and you are.
With the massage is slowly open, and
I can't make up anything. You're putting your hand and something is moving, Akhi.
Jazakallah khair, brother. Please type your question to questions admin 1. I'll ask it for you because we're having trouble with you at the moment.
Yeah, I can't hear you properly, brother. Wallahi.
Sorry about that. A sister from Brixton is trying to understand why we make istighfar after the taslim and why we make istighfar when we leave the toilet. She wants to understand why we do that.
I don't understand why. Why should we ask the why? You make istighfar because the Prophet ﷺ, he said astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. And we have said in our class before that the istighfar is one of those things that even we say it after things which are mighty in our ibadah, like the salah, like the tahajjud. When we make tahajjud as well, we make istighfar. وَبِالْأَسْحَارِ هُمْ يَسْتَغْفِرُونَ, Allah said. وَبِالْأَسْحَارِ هُمْ يَسْتَغْفِرُونَ. So they make in the prayer, تَتَجَافَ جُنُوبُهُمْ عَنِ الْمَضَاجِعِ يَدْعُونَ رَبَّهُم خَوْفًا وَطَمَعًا وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. So those people who are for the sides for the sides for sacred beds and making the prayer, after that they make istighfar. As for the toilet, we make istighfar. We say غفرانك. We don't say astaghfirullah. We say غفرانك, like this. غفرانك. And غفرانك is as well, that is, I will seek refuge in you, O Lord, from the filth that we were in the place we were in. غفرانك. So when we come in, Allahumma a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi aw al-khubthi wal khaba'ith. Okay, and غفرانك. غفرانك means I seek refuge from you, Allah, from the dirt, from the shaitan, from everything that is, okay. And you're relieved as well. Now.
A sister from Brixton, Sheikh, wants to know what is it for her to say after the taslim. Is there a set time she should say it, or is there set dua she should actually say before she leaves her place?
When she makes a salutation of the salah?
Yeah, what should she say after her salah she wants to learn?
Yeah, so when you finish your salah, say astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah 3 times. Then Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam tabarakta ya dhal jalali wal ikram. And then this is the minimum that you could say. At least you have to say that. Then after that, you could say your du'as. So you could start, for example, Allahumma a'inni ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa husni ibadatik. You could start with your making Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Altogether 100 times. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. 25, 25, 25 each. End up with 100. And that's another as well supplication. So there is a booklet called Hisn Muslim, in which at the end it says Adhkar after salutation. But start with Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah. Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam tabarakta ya dhal jalali wal ikram. If it is Maghrib or Fajr, then do not come out from your position. Do not talk. Do not utter a word to anybody. Do not sit differently, just like the way they sit in Tashahud, Fajr and Maghrib. After he said Astaghfirullah, 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 Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam tabarakta ya dhal jalali wal ikram. You say the following: La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, lahu al-mulku wa lahu al-hamd, yuhyi wa yumeetu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir 10 times. And this is a supplication that if you said it, mashallah, it's mighty reward as well you get. طيب. نعم.
Please go ahead, Abdullah 105.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. Wallahi, barakallahu fik, regarding your effort. Wallahi, mashallah. I've studied in the past, Sheikh Din Albani, before, Ahkam Salat, but it's not like you. Wallahi, mashallah. Burika fik.
Jazakallahu khair. Nas'alullah al-ikhlas. Na'am.
Wallahi, burika fik, Sheikh. Regarding my questions, regarding the tashahud, Salat ala Nabi, if I know is obligatory, but if you forget when it comes, upon it.
If what? Sorry?
If you forget to, to do it.
You forgot to do it, you do sujood sahwi. It is not a pillar.
It's not pillar.
No, but it's a pillar to the whole tashahud is a pillar, but not the salah al-Ibrahimiyya. So for example, if you did not do the tashahud, you made salutation after you sat down of the 4th rak'ah, and you left, this will jeopardize the prayer. There is no sujood sahw for it. Unless you remember straight away, then you make tashahud and then sujood sahw.
الله يبارك الله فيك. أحسن الله إليك يا شيخ. أحسن الله إليك.
الله يجزيك الخير. يلا يا عابد الرحمن. تفضل يا أحمد. I'm sorry, I'm controlling. You should be controlling. تفضل.
Go ahead, Abid. Barakallah fik, Sheikh.
Sheikh, so we know one of the times the dua is most accepted is after the salah. I just wanted to clarify, this is before the salam. Is that correct?
The dua which is accepted, that is in the salah, it is in the salah. Now after the salah is dhikrullah. Allah Azza wa Jalla said, فَإِذَا قَضَيْتُمُ الصَّلَاةَ فَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ. That if you have finished the prayer, then you make dhikr, make astaghfirullah. This is dhikr of Allah. It's not a dua. So the du'as which you say in the prayer is answerable. The dua that you do it as well in some of the prayers, which is of the Qiyam al-Layl, is answerable. But to sit after the prayer and raise up your hand as we people see it, and you do that regularly, that's a bid'ah, definitely. Because Allah really said, if you finish the salah, you make dhikr of Allah. Okay? So the salah is all of it lump of du'as. And the person in his sujood is the closest to Allah. He makes dua. But what we see that people raising up their hands after the salah is not correct. But if it happens that, let's say that there's something that you remembered, and it happens to be after the salah, no problem to raise up your hands, but make sure that there is no people beside you, because you might trigger them to do the same thing as you are. And these people, they follow one another. I've seen them. One person does something and everybody, it's correct. They will do it. And as Shaykh al-Islam Taymiyyah, he said, الناس كأسراب القطع. The people are like the birds. I don't know if you've seen the bird. It's called the qata, which is like one bird goes this way and so many birds behind it. What do you call that bird? Yeah, one bird goes and a bunch of birds follow him. Even if that bird dumped himself in the land, they will, all of them, boom, 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 kill themselves as well. And that's what the people are. Just one person does it and everybody follows. And this is how we are. Tabu sarraq, as they say. Tabu sarraq, meaning your personality is a thief, takes from the others straight away. That's why the environment is very important. So be careful when you raise up your hands after the prayer. That somebody says that he thinks this is a sunnah, especially that this is being spread around. And this is one of the masajid, like for example, Deobandis or Brailwis, and they have to do this raising of their hands. They have to do it. And if the imam doesn't do it, he will be chucked out. Another imam will be coming. Now,
Jazakallah khair.
Our brother Yusuf, who had a problem with his microphone, he's sent his question. With more masajid opening, is Jummah compulsory now? And he's asking a second, what about the 2 meter rule? He's asking 2 questions, Sheikh.
I think the Sheikh Al-Halabi answered this question in his session. We said that if the masjid is open, this is the same thing which I've said before, and you are not an old person, and you are not a person who has got symptoms, and you are a fit person, then not just the Jummah is compulsory, the Jama'ah is compulsory. The normal Jama'ah, it's compulsory if it's next to you, the masjid. The Jummah is compulsory and the Jama'ah. But if you find yourself is vulnerable, find yourself is scared, because how can this person find himself vulnerable and yet he goes to the market and shops and everything, he goes everywhere. When it comes to the Jummah, I'm scared, I'm worried. Why are you worried? So the social distancing now. Social distancing, we said, this is because of the medical people, they said that. And it depends upon the masajid, and most of the masajid, they implement this, otherwise they're going to be jeopardizing their situation, they're going to be closed. So either they keep the masjid closed for, I don't know how long, could be for a long, long time we're talking about, or open it and implement these rules as much as we can. Okay. And you see, for example, Masjid Luton. Masjid Luton is not open. And they're not, but at the moment, from July, the 4th or 5th of July, they don't stop people coming in if they want to do Jama'ah together. But it's not really, I would say, officially open. Officially open. I give talks every Ithnain, Monday there, and it ends up with the Maghrib prayer. Yesterday, I used to go every Ithnain, but yesterday was something which is strange, because before, when we finished, it was only 3-4 people, which is the administration and us. We prayed together, and 5 people, that's it. I led the prayer. But this time, before I finished even my talk, there's found some people, and even a person who sometimes leads the prayer as well comes in the masjid, Sheikh Ahmed, and we had a full row. And I thought, did you open the masjid? He said, we don't stop people now. They want to come, they want to come. So I prayed, and they made me to lead the prayer. So I led the prayer, and I looked, they didn't say anything. I looked, all of them feet to feet, shoulder to shoulder. Okay, they say the law is like this and this, but I've seen them. The brothers are not really feet to shoulder to shoulder. Am I going to separate them? No, I'm not going to separate them. Okay, and if the masjid told me that I have to separate them, then I have to separate them. If they said to me, khalas, because they're together, and even after the prayer, they were hugging each other. And Allahul Musta'an. Khair, inshallah. I'm not saying this is wrong or this is right, but I'm just saying that if this brother is saying that he's not vulnerable, he's not one of these categories, Jumu'ah becomes on him compulsory. He has to come to the Jumu'ah. And we are waiting to come to the Jumu'ah. We had enough. You know, these days we don't know if today's Jumu'ah or not. True or not, we don't feel the Jumu'ah. We feel that it's like becomes a normal day. You know, I only know the Jumu'ah by Allah. One day I just woke up. I didn't know it's Jumu'ah until my children were reciting Surah Al-Kahf. Huh? Oh, it's Jumu'ah today. I didn't know. That's how it is now. SubhanAllah, because it doesn't become like before. You come to the Jumu'ah, pray the Jumu'ah, come out. And no, this is from the disadvantages of Corona. Now,
there's a small girl who wants to ask you a question here. Go ahead.
Are you allowed to say a dua in the middle of salah?
Yes, you're allowed in the middle of the salah. What is the middle, though, you think? What is the middle? Where?
Sheikh what is the middle of the salah? What do you mean?
When you're saying Surah Fatiha, when you're up, if it just comes up in your head and then it makes you and then you say it.
So this is not in the middle of the prayer, it's maybe the beginning of the prayer. In the Fatiha, you don't say dua, because the Fatiha itself is dua. You say, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. That's dua. Guide us, O Lord, to the straight path. So you're making dua. So how can you make dua with the dua? And the best of the dua is the Fatiha. Okay? So you make dua in your ruku', you make dua in your sujood, you do dua, okay, in between the two sajda. That's where you make dua. But when you read Fatiha, the Fatiha in itself is dua.
Say Jazakallah.
Jazakallah khair.
Jazakumullah khair. Barakallah.
Tabarakallah. Okay. Oh, sorry, Sheikh.
Go ahead. Maghrib prayer is kicked in now, or not?
Yes, for us it has in this place.
I have to break my fast now. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
جزاكم الله خير. بارك الله فيك. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك اشهد ان لا اله الا انت استغفرك واتوب اليك.